Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. Today we are back with your weekly reading, your next 7 days, what kind of energy is coming in, different things that might happen, your theme of the week. Let's find out what's in store for you. I love these. I love catching up every week. I'm happy to be back at it. I did take a week off. So yeah, I missed it that week. So I'm glad to be back. And I got a lot of great feedback from the last weekly, and I just posted a really fun video where I unboxed some Limax pieces, and it turned out to be, I guess, unintentionally ASMR, and we unboxed together, then I did a review, and the whole reading is kind of Halloween themed, so a little bit early, I know, but it was a lot of fun, so I'd love for you to check that out, because YouTube is telling me that it's doing well, and people are responding well to it, so I'd really love for you to watch that if you haven't already. But yeah, let's see what is in store for you this week. We've got 3 interesting items to choose from today. So let me show you. Group 1, we've got the Planters Cocktail Peanuts. Group 2, we've got this little, I think it's pewter, but this little cat with a crystal ball. I just found this at an antique shop yesterday. There's group 2, and then group 3, we've got some preserves, some little jars of jam for a little dollhouse. Super cute. I love using my little treasures for the choices. So 1, 2, 3. Let's take a deep breath together. Pause the video if you need more time. And yeah, if you haven't watched one of my weeklies yet, welcome. We've been doing this about 6 months now, and I can't believe it. It's become a weekly little thing that I do. I look forward to it. I know a lot of you do as well. We're going to get you some tarot cards for every single day. And it's less about some of these messages can happen over the course of a few days, right? I look at the energy overall, the charms, the whole vibe of the week. But we do get you 7 tarot cards, sometimes more. We also get you some tea leaf cards. And yeah, we get a lot of information. And of course, the special guest oracle this week is Secrets of the Mystic Grove. Love this deck. So just a quick reminder though, have fun with my readings. My readings are meant for entertainment purposes. If you're listening to it and you feel like it's not resonating, then no worries, just leave that behind for someone else. But hopefully today's message does resonate for you. And I say it every week, but just a reminder, don't let a card dictate how your day is going to go. I will say this week was overwhelmingly positive, but you know what? Every week has its ups and downs. That's just the reality of it. If you get a challenging card on one day, previous weeks we've been getting the Tower, the Ten of Swords. So this week definitely felt a little bit like there was a shift, but I always just like to remind people, don't let a card determine how your day is going to go. If you ever get a challenging card on one day, it does not mean your day is not going to be good. It does not mean, you shouldn't look forward to that day. We're just looking at the different energies that might pop up. Definitely not trying to sugarcoat it. I mean, every week has its ups and downs, and sometimes we have bad days. But I more so just want to get across the point that we shouldn't let a card dictate what kind of day we're going to have before we've even had it, right? So we're just looking at the energies that are popping up, different things that might happen, themes of the week, and how to navigate them. So again, today was overwhelmingly positive. I don't know, there's a nice energy in the air this week. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share it with someone. That really does help too. If you have someone that you think might enjoy this weekly reading or connecting every week, definitely share. And if you want to support my channel further, you can check out my Patreon page or my memberships. Both of those are linked below, and they're very special because every single Monday I post a special video just for Patreon and memberships. Sometimes we vote on it with a poll, and then other times I'll just kind of think of something different, but we've been doing different things for the past couple months there, different themes every single week, so it's just cozy over there. So if you want to join my cozy community over there on Patreon and memberships, that information will be linked below, how to easily sign up for that. And yeah, let's jump into it. I will start with group number 1. Timestamps will be below, and we'll jump into it with the Planters Cocktail Peanuts group 1. If you chose the Cocktail Peanuts, then this is your messages for what is happening this week. So let's find out what the Secrets of the Mystic Grove cards have to tell you about the next 7 days. Group 1, let's see what we have here. You've got acknowledgement, so seeing, knowing, and acceptance. So there's something you're acknowledging this week. We'll see what's going on, and this could be allowing you to plan ahead. So let's see. Acknowledgement, number 26. Let's get your tea leaf card. So what's going on for group 1 this week? What's going on for group 1? What's happening for group 1? You've got Barrel, so you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. You also have the Butterfly, so a change for the better. Okay, So I know exactly what this is, group 1. This week, with chain on the bottom. So you are acknowledging or accepting something just isn't fulfilling anymore. It's not making you happy. It's not what you thought it would be, or it's no longer resonating for you. Okay, so something is lacking. It could be, again, maybe social time, maybe time with friends, maybe it is something to do with work, maybe it's just a goal, like having something to strive for, having something to work towards. So I'm seeing this week you're acknowledging it, and I love that you got the butterfly card because you're making a change for the better. And with planning ahead on the bottom, or look ahead, you're making some plans this week. Okay, so you may find this week there's sort of this acknowledgement of like, okay, I've known this all along, or I know this situation isn't making me happy, or I know this is what I feel like I'm missing right now. What do I need to do going forward? What do I need to do to change this, to make this change for the better? This could also be saying a change for the better is just happening. So even if it's not something you're, starting, change could be happening regardless. So let's see what is going on. It could be meeting someone. It could be just more time with friends. It could be a shift with work that provides, more shifts or more income. It could be just a goal, that you suddenly feel very focused on. Let's see what your tarot has to say, and then we'll get some charms. So group 1, what is coming in for group 1 this week? Okay. You've got the Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and then finishing off the week with the 8 of Wands. That's exciting. I love your cards, actually, and they really make sense with what we have. You've got the 7 of Pentacles there on the bottom. Let's get you a few charms, group 1. So, I think that's the perfect amount of charms. Oops, my glasses always hit the tripod. Okay, let me just take a quick look and see if we have more of one particular suit. We've got Wands, you've got Cups, 1 Swords card, mostly Pentacles this week. So this could have to do with something to do with work. It doesn't have to, or just like some sort of physical goal or something that you want to do. Let me just see. Still coughing. We'll try to cut them out though. All right, so I want to start by reading the acknowledgement card, and then we'll dive into your day-by-day forecast here. It says, the snowy owl perches in the twisting branches of an ancient tree. Moths dance about her, knowing they aren't in danger. This owl has chosen to be seen at this moment. Her power of invisibility makes her hard to find unless she wants that to happen. With soft feathers, even her flight over our heads can go unnoticed. But in this moment, she has our eyes connect with hers. She knows that we see her because she has revealed herself. We can only acknowledge her beauty and power because we cannot control her wild-winged wisdom. Our puzzle is in how to accept this gift of seeing and being seen. We all want to be seen. Even the shyest of us hope to find that one person who will see us and accept us just as we are. Acknowledgement is a powerful gift, and you can receive that gift now. You are worthy of being known for who you are in this moment in time. And like the snowy owl, you can step into the light whenever you choose to. Now is not the time to be silent, but allow others to see your authentic self. Accept the present being offered. Understand your own power of being seen. Okay, so some thoughts to consider. How do I hide from others? What prevents me from letting others see the real me? And what can I gain from being seen? Okay, so a lot of this is about being seen, not hiding. And this could be what was sort of causing this feeling of lack. It's like, okay, I want to find love, but I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to risk being rejected. I want to get closer to this person, but I feel I'd rather just keep them at an arm's length, I want to make more money, but then that would require me to go drop off my resume at this place I want to work, or I really want to stand out more at work, but then there's more eyes on me. Like, I can think of so many things. I want to pursue this goal like the barrel card says, I want to pursue this goal, but that would mean all my friends and family would see what I'm doing. And what if I fail? Like all of that, right? So I think that's something you're just kind of facing this week and telling yourself, you know what? I am who I am. I'd rather just be myself. And if that means like being seen this week might be necessary. And I'm seeing that this is a change for the better, okay? Or you're making changes for the better. You know, you might feel like you've been hiding too long, or you've been too shy, or you've been kind of playing it small, or you know what I mean? Like any of these different things. So I feel like you're really ready this week to make a change for the better and just kind of realize that, yeah, it might come with, you know, being a little bit more vulnerable or being seen in some way. The other thing I'm getting for you, group 1, is to not wait till you've gotten perfect at something, or you know, I feel like sometimes we wait and it's like, okay, I'll do that when I reach this goal, or I'll do that once I'm better at this, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting to tell you right now very clearly, you're great the way you are. Like, it's okay to be seen now exactly as you are, okay? So let's go day by day here and see what we have. You've got the peacock, you've got the umbrella, and you've got the little wheel here on Monday with the Page of Pentacles. So let's see. Okay, we've got 2 puzzle pieces on the board. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe something about the pieces clicking into place, or having a full picture of something. Tuesday and Friday could be pretty significant days as far as like getting more of a picture of a situation. But Monday, I'm seeing you getting a very practical, real start to something. Okay, the pages usually to me represent embarking on a new chapter. Okay, so something new, you're new at something, or you're just starting this next chapter. And I'm getting with the wheel, setting the wheels in motion. And the peacock makes me think of confidence. So there's something about you being your most confident self. I'm seeing with the look ahead, because it says planning and preparation. I find the Page of Pentacles is one of the court cards that is very prepared, or likes to be prepared. I feel like you've acknowledged maybe early on in the week, or you will, kind of like what it is you want to work towards, and you've got like this precise plan, or I don't know if precise is the right word, but like a deliberate intention. And I feel as though you are setting off optimistically, okay? Because this one makes me think of sometimes pessimism. So there's something about confidence here that I'm getting with the peacocks. I'm getting setting the wheels into motion. What's interesting too is the wheel card in the tea leaf deck talks about allowing yourself to kind of like aimlessly move towards something. So I think you've got a better idea of what direction you want to go in, or you're making a decision, at least on Monday, as to like what direction you want to go, what you want to focus on. Or at least you're seeking it out, okay, with the barrel card. Like you feel something's lacking. So Monday, you are getting your week off to the best start. Monday could be a day where you're getting things started, you're doing some research. If it's to do with work, maybe you're looking over your resume. But I'm seeing you in a very practical kind of can-do spirit, getting things set into motion is what I'm feeling Monday. So Monday is a really great day to get things started for you. It would be a good day to start something new. It would be a good day to set off towards a new adventure. It would be a good day to make some practical changes, even to like everyday little things. So Monday is going to be, I think, a really great day for you. Tuesday, same kind of thing. You've got unexpected romantic and financial gifts surprise and delight you. So someone could be gifting you something. This could be this King of Pentacles. This could also represent your energy. I'm seeing a lot of like, I just got the word fiscal responsibility, which I think just means financial responsibility, I'm pretty sure. But when it talks about money, I mean, maybe there's something you're doing in these days that make you feel like you're being more responsible with your resources. But again, this could be a person, because you have a message, unexpected romantic and financial gifts, surprise and delight you. There definitely could be a gift coming in. You've also got an owl. Again, look at that. You've got 2 owls. You've got the owl on the card and the owl here. This owl to me always represents the Queen of Swords, and you've got the puzzle piece. So again, you're like putting the pieces together this week. You're coming up with solutions, ideas. You're getting a lot of clarity. You're seeing something with seeing very clearly. You're acknowledging things. So pieces could kind of be being put together this week, so to speak, where you're starting to kind of make sense of something or really see the big picture. So I think this week is going to bring in a lot of clarity, group one, and I think that it's going to be a week of decision making, planning ahead, making changes, and getting things started. Okay, so I'm not getting this feeling of like postponing things or pushing things off or procrastinating. This is going to be a week where you're right away feeling the initiative or feeling the desire to kind of get things started, to dive into things. You're feeling a lot of clarity. So I'm really seeing that. I'm seeing you feeling very decisive. And again, having like a very clear picture is what keeps coming in, with seeing, knowing, and acceptance too. And I'm seeing like you're stepping out. You're stepping out this week, because this card talked about feeling fearful of being seen. But this week, I'm seeing a lot of confidence, and you're stepping out and not wanting to hide anymore. You're feeling more confident this week, or something's making you feel confident. Or, you know that expression, fake it till you make it? Maybe you're just like, you know what? This is me. This is where I'm at right now. I am valuable as I am. Like, I don't need to keep waiting to pursue my goals till like X, Y, and Z happens. Like, I'm doing it now, and the right people will be there. The right jobs will be available for me. Like, you're ready now. I don't know, like I feel like sometimes we can almost talk ourselves out of things that we want to do. Got the champagne bottle Tuesday, Wednesday. There could be something to celebrate. It could have to do with the unexpected gift, or, you know, something you're toasting or celebrating on these days. Could be a really nice meal or something. Also Tuesday, Wednesday, or an invitation to something. Could be like a surprise party for some of you, or you're attending like a really nice dinner. I don't know, whenever I see this card with the cake and the wine, I always just think of, the King of Pentacles is someone that really does enjoy, you know, food and their family and their home and the things that they have. So there could be a really nice meal or something like that. I'm just seeing like a celebration, or, you know, something where people are toasting. And then on to Wednesday, you've got the Ace of Swords. So another day where I'm seeing a lot of clarity with the puzzle pieces, the glasses, the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords, seeing, knowing, acceptance, like, again, just intense clarity, aha moments this week. Vision is coming in, like maybe you've got a vision for something that you want. With this barrel card, you've got like a very clear vision. Again, the birthday candle. I am getting some sort of like anniversary or celebration this week. Could be an invitation. But if it's not something you know right away, okay, it's not my birthday, it's not my anniversary, nothing like big is happening, this could just be more of an energy of celebration, or like marking a significant day or something like that. Also, sometimes it's just birthday reminders. I've literally reminded people of like someone's birthday that they've forgotten about. So that's the thing with the charms, have fun with it. They could have meaning to you. You also got Aquarius energy and Taurus energy here. Okay, you've got the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups on Thursday. This to me is coming through of more energy of like exploring your options and seeing how much is out there. The Seven of Cups is a card of fantasy, daydream, and there can be a feeling of indecision to it, but for you this week, I'm getting it more so about, okay, there's more than I thought, because with this card, it was expressing that you're feeling lack with something. And with the Seven of Cups, it's almost sometimes like, okay, I've got more than I even thought was available, or just like, I guess, discovering how much possibility is out there. It's really a card of possibility, and it can indicate overthinking or feeling a little bit indecisive. Okay, so you could be feeling that way, but I don't know, I was just getting so much clarity this week, so maybe it's more so about exploring your options. But I always get with this message the warning, I guess, to not overthink, trust your intuition. Now on to Friday, you've got the Five of Pentacles. So this is kind of echoing what this was saying. You feel something is lacking in your life. That's what this card is about. So your Friday, change for the better, and the Two of Wands Saturday, the glasses, the puzzle piece, it's like, yeah, again, just kind of what we've been seeing all week. Maybe Friday there's something where you're really kind of seeing what's been lacking. For you, in this case, there could be something emotional too. You've got the Ace of Cups there, just the Cups card. So there's an emotional element to this. I just got something about giving yourself permission to pursue what it is that you want this week. That's kind of what this week is about. Giving yourself permission to be seen. Giving yourself permission to pursue something you want. not assuming everyone else is better qualified, not assuming that this person won't like you back, you know what I mean? Like this week, you're really giving yourself permission to pursue those things. And what I'm getting is these things are available to you if you'll seek them out. So you are making changes for the better. And then with Plan Ahead and the Two of Wands on Saturday, like you're really looking ahead, making plans. I'm seeing you preparing things this week. So getting something prepared or ready or making plans, writing things down. That helps me. Like one of my favorite things, I've never done well with a planner, like you know, the planners that have the dates all written out. For some reason, those never work for me. I have tried time and time again. They just don't work. What works for me is a notebook. And some days I write in it, some days I don't. But I make like plans, I make budgets, I make lists, I write down ideas, I do like brain dumps where I'll just like write down all my ideas and what I want to do. I'll make to-do lists for that day. So notebooks really help me. So I don't know, maybe that popped in for a reason. You've got the little bag of money here too. I am seeing some sort of, it doesn't even have to be financial help, but there's unexpected gifts though being mentioned on the board. But there could be like some sort of financial boost this week in some way, or something that could lead to more abundance in the future. The Five of Pentacles, to me, what I get from it is I see that they've been through this like long journey. This is a card of lack. It's a card of struggle. But I see these two people and I assume they've like traveled the night and they've just arrived. And this house to me, and oftentimes it's depicted as a church, represents hope and assistance. So yeah, you could be kind of getting to a point too where you're kind of realizing what you need to do or what's available to you to help you make this change for the better. And then on Saturday, you've got that Two of Wands. So you're really looking ahead. I like that with this card on the bottom because it was really coming through as an important message. So visionary planning, preparation. A lot of themes this week of you like exploring options. And again, you're going to have to let yourself do it though. You know, so this week, again, good week to like ask questions, look the things up that you want to look up, make those change, start putting plans into action, or at least start writing things down. I'm seeing, don't assume, I keep getting this message for you about don't assume that something isn't available to you, or that options are limited even with something. Like there's more you haven't even discovered yet, or more you haven't uncovered yet at this point. So you're really getting the big picture this week and exploring your options. And I love this card because just the way that they're holding the globe, it makes me think the world's at your fingertips now. And I think you're realizing that this week. I'm also getting you're quite resourceful. You're using what you have right now. You're working with what you have right now. I'm seeing a lot of support coming your way. Could be someone cheering you on, or you could be receiving some sort of support on the weekend. Sorry, I keep coughing. And then you've got this charm here on Sunday. Be the creator of your own life. I love that. So you're creating opportunity, or you're creating opportunities to find love, or opportunities to make more money, or opportunities to pursue your goals. Like you're creating it. I've been getting this message lately and I've been hearing it a lot. No one's coming to like push you, or we need to kind of like push ourselves sometimes. So I think that's what you're doing this week. And for some of you, it's getting out of your comfort zone about being seen or feeling really shy. I love the energy closing off the week because you've got the Eight of Wands. So I would say this weekend, expect the unexpected. Things could happen pretty quickly. Things could happen sort of suddenly and in a really unexpected way. You've got the little dinosaur here. This is like armor to me. I always see the dinosaurs like spikes. I think of feeling armored or guarded. But in this case, I'm getting like toughness, like you're feeling tough. For you, I think that maybe this is coming through right now, so it must be for someone, but part of what keeps you from being seen or pursuing things is the fear of change or fear of like losing control. So trust yourself a little bit more. Trust yourself to handle, change, or I think there's like this sense of like, okay, I don't want to take any risks. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to pursue these because I like just feeling like I know what I can expect. You know what I mean? I like that feeling of like not having things be out of my control, but I think that's illusion anyways. I don't think anything's ever in our control. So I think you need to trust yourself a little bit more, trust where you are, trust your abilities. you're great. Like you are fantastic, and you have so many options and so much potential available to you. You just have to give yourself the permission to pursue it. But yeah, be the creator of your own life. Eight of Wands, I actually love this energy for you because I think it's bringing in some change and some excitement and possibly some unexpected opportunity or something you just hadn't counted on. I think this could be a really exciting weekend for you. So I'm going to wrap up there, group one. I hope that you enjoyed this week. Again, good week. Just get started. Use the resources available to you. I think you're in a very resourceful place right now. I think that you're coming up with a lot of ideas. I think you're feeling a deep sense of clarity. I think you're starting to uncover things that you hadn't seen before. You're giving yourself permission to pursue those things and be brave and be who you are, be authentically you. You know what? I know you've heard this expression, but you could be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's still going to be someone who doesn't like peaches. So you might as well be yourself, right? Because if you keep waiting to oh, I feel ready, or I feel confident enough, or I feel if you keep waiting, time's gonna keep passing. You might not ever feel completely 100% ready to pursue your goals or to step out into the dating world or start that business, whatever it is. So this week you're setting the wheels in motion this week, okay? And you're starting to feel that confidence, and you're starting to uncover what's available to you. Use the resources available to you. It's coming through. It keeps coming through repetitively. So let me know what you think. Let me know what these puzzle pieces represent. Anything that resonates by the end of the week, I'd love for you to come back next week and let me know, and we will see you then. Hello, group 2. If you chose the cute little figurine of the cat and the crystal ball, and this is your messages for the week ahead. So I just found this actually at an antique shop yesterday, and it was only $4. I was actually surprised. I don't know why I was expecting it to be more, but I thought, yep, that's coming home. It's adding that to the treasures. Okay, so let's see what's happening over the next 7 days for you, group 2. From the Secrets of the Mystic Grove, we've got trust, so overcoming fear, intentions, having faith. We'll definitely read that. Group 2, what is coming up for group 2 over the next 7 days? What does group 2 need to know? You've got success and climbing towards success. Okay, wow. And you've got wealth on the bottom. Wow, this week, very clear. You've got the word success twice. So you're definitely climbing towards success this week, group 2. Let's find out more detail. I'll definitely read this one to you as well. Let's just put these up there. So success and climbing towards success. And then with trust, maybe you're having fears related to success. Fear of success is actually something that a lot of people deal with, myself included. Or maybe fear of not reaching this goal or not experiencing this success. But let me just put that a little more forward. There we go. Okay, so overcoming fears, intentions, and having faith. Let's get your tarot cards. We'll get your charms, and then we'll read that card. Group 2. What's going on this week for group 2? All right, so your card for Monday, we'll go through the week. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Tuesday, you've got the Tower. Wednesday, Ace of Swords, 2 aces already. 7 of Pentacles for Thursday. Friday, you've got the 2 of Cups. Saturday, 7 of Cups. And then closing off the week on Sunday, we've got the King of Swords. Wow. Okay, 2 of Wands on the bottom there. So let's get your charms, group 2. Let's give them a really good shuffle. Group 2. Okay, got a good handful there. Probably a bit too many. Actually, no, I think this is fine. Oop, I almost knocked over my coffee. Didn't get anything for Monday, but that's okay. We've got a really cool card Monday, though. Yeah, I've got 2 aces this week. I've got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. I always like to just kind of quickly observe to see if I notice anything jumping out to me. Immediately, it's the aces. As far as major arcana cards, you've got 1. You've got the Tower. So we've got a big one. Big week of change, massive change. Got some swords, some cups. Don't see any wands. Okay, so let's read trust, number 7. 7 might be a lucky number for you or an important number. And I like this deck too because it includes a little bit of like journaling questions. So why feed the tiger strawberries? Perhaps to share a simple joy, or maybe it's to overcome a fear. The tiger is wary of the unusual offering, and the barefoot young woman is cautious of the tiger. Both must learn to trust the other if they are to move beyond fear. When we encounter something we don't know or don't understand, we might do better to approach it like this tiger sniffing the ripe red berry. Perhaps the berry won't be to the tiger's taste, but then again, maybe it will be. How are you prejudging someone or something? Without experiencing something, are you denying something or someone simply from fear? What might be lost if the tiger didn't try the fruit or the woman didn't offer it? Consider the position of the owl who merely observes. Ooh, neat. And it says, you are being asked to trust in the gift being offered. Have faith that the giver has good intentions. They are not out to deceive you. Okay, so yeah, maybe you're having some trust issues, like maybe someone trying to help you succeed or someone trying to offer advice or something. Maybe you're having some trust issues. Maybe you have trust issues related to success in general. I was talking to someone who's a local business owner, and she's kind of experiencing that because she was saying how, in her opinion, she's like, I feel like people don't want to see you succeed. And that's kind of sad, because I think that there are actually more people who do like to see people succeed and do well and, make the most out of their situations, or build businesses or do good things, right? So I think it can sometimes feel that way though. So yeah. So where was I here? So you're being asked to trust in the gift being offered. Have faith that the giver has good intentions. They are not out to deceive you. There are no unsavory things hidden in the offering. All is as it seems, a real offer of friendship. The owl watching the scene represents our own native wisdom. When we listen to our gut, we can move past fears. A simple pleasure can be shared with another without any hidden agenda or messages. Remember that trust is a two-way street. Also have faith in yourself to know what is good. Be open to what comes your way. And a few journal prompts here for you. What does trust feel like to me? Where is it hardest for me to be trusting? Am I the tiger, the girl, or the owl? So let's take a look at your cards then, group 2. And see. So this week we've got themes of climbing towards success. You've got the word success twice. So you're feeling this success, but I think it's coming with some fears, having to overcome fears of trusting people. There could be like an offer this week or someone who actually wants to see you succeed, and you're thinking, okay, what's in it for you? Okay, what's the ulterior motive? What are you getting from this? There could just be a genuinely helpful person this week that really wants to see you succeed. They're trying to give you help or assistance or advice or connections, maybe making connections, networking, something like that. What I'm getting to tell you this week, going into the next 7 days, it's okay to trust. It's okay to trust sometimes. Sometimes things happen where our trust is broken and things happen, but I guess what I'm getting to tell you is there's more helpful people that want to see you succeed and see you grow and see you reach your potential. So there could be someone this week who wants to help you, okay? And again, I think it's okay to be cautious, and I think it's okay to, really listen to your gut about situations that maybe you want to get more info, or maybe you just want to kind of get to know someone or something like that. But I do see a situation this week where you're approaching a situation kind of like with a bit more trust, or maybe someone's trusting you a bit more. And I think that you're discovering that there are helpful people, or there's someone who wants to help you, or there's people in general, I think, that just want to cheer you on and see you do well, see you succeed. The problem is when we have someone who doesn't want to see us succeed, it tends to stand out more, right? So that's sometimes why I think we feel like that's what we're mostly getting. But really, I think you're going to find this week that there's people that really want to cheer you on and see you succeed. So let's start day by day. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a pretty significant card. You've got 2 aces. So lots of new beginnings this week. This week has a lot of potential for new starts, particularly financial, new beginnings in general, new practical new beginnings. This could be a job offer. The Ace of Pentacles to me always comes with like an opportunity, and are you going to take it? Okay, so this could be a day where someone gives you some sort of opportunity it has a lot of potential. It's only the start. Like it's just the very beginning of something this week. You're just starting something. So yeah, something new is coming in Monday. We don't exactly have a lot of charms to add to what this is, but again, this could be job offer, this could be a promotion, this could be an idea or something with these two aces combined for like business or something you want to pursue. So Monday's coming in with an opportunity, and this has a lot of potential. There's a lot of different ways that this could go. So I would say, I think the suggestion is just to trust and explore and have faith that things can work out. Okay, especially Monday. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'd love to hear next week. Like definitely come back next week and let me know what happens, what ends up unfolding. Something lucky could happen on Monday. This card is actually a very lucky card, so something lucky could happen. And this has, again, a lot of potential for growth. So yeah, and abundance as well. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But something new is coming in that carries with it a lot of luck and potential. Then you've got the Tower Tuesday. So let's see what's with it. You've got the Iron, you've got Discovered, you've got the little notebook and the Mermaid, kind of like you're discovering something, okay? Something could be this could be a massive, I think with Discovered, like I'm getting something is unearthed or there's like a massive realization. The Tower card is a card about people. It can be quite uncomfortable. It can also come about when we're experiencing like massive revelations or massive like epiphanies that are sort of uncomfortable, okay? It's not a comfy card. There's really no way around it. But the good news is you've experienced this on many occasions, in big ways and in small ways, right? We're always kind of experiencing this at some point in our life. So this isn't anything new to you, okay? You've dealt with it before. It's just a card of massive change. And sometimes these are changes that we're putting into place, and other times it's just life, life shaking things up. And I will say though, with this card, whenever I see it, because the witch is smiling and the little wand is kind of like, there's sparks coming out of it, I always like to imagine that this witch has done this herself. So she's taken something that wasn't stable or wasn't right for her, perhaps, and is starting over, okay? So with Discovered, like there could be something, I keep getting something unearthed or something, a massive discovery on Tuesday. And you've got the Iron, so the Iron's actually an interesting charm because this makes me think you're smoothing something over. This could also talk about ironing out the details is always what comes into mind. But yeah, smoothing something over, ironing out details, working out details to something. I think that this unearthed discovery or this massive realization, first of all, it's bringing a lot of clarity with it because you've got the Ace of Swords right beside it. But I think it's some information or something that you're learning. Like you're learning something pretty big on Tuesday, okay? And this is going to be, I'm getting moving or very like an intense realization or an intense discovery. Yeah, something, I'm curious to know what it is. Again, this doesn't have to be ominous, okay? You're being asked to trust and overcome fears. So maybe there's just something that you had zero idea was happening and it's kind of coming to light on Tuesday. It might be something directly involved with you, or it might just be something in your world that's playing a big role on Tuesday. And that's the thing with these cards, and I say it, and I'm sure I'll say it in the beginning during the intro, but you know, some weeks are just weeks, okay? And some weeks just kind of feel pretty regular and unremarkable. That's just life, right? Not every week is going to be full of like all of these twists and turns and new things, but this week kind of feels like it is for you. So it's going to be kind of a turning point for you this week in some way, okay? And the other thing I want to say too is sometimes when you're climbing towards success, maybe other things in your life are starting to kind of fall away. You might be feeling that right now. Certain chapters are closing, relationships could be ending. You know, you could be having these big changes happening in your life, but you know it's for the best because you're climbing towards success. So that's a good thing. And I think you're reaching for more. I think you're ready to discover or find out more or find more just in general. Like I think you're seeking something out. Wednesday, I'm getting something about pretty shocking news. Tuesday, Wednesday. So again, not sure exactly what that is. You've got the TV here. So this is like information with the Ace of Swords, information, 8 o'clock, 8. Yeah, information maybe. Something you're observing with Ace of Swords. Something, yeah, maybe something you're like witnessing or kind of, oh, I'm getting something, watching something play out, or there's a story being told or something like that. Like you're watching something play out on Wednesday. Interesting. I'm really curious to see what that is. The TV can also talk about entertainment, and that's the thing when I was talking about some weeks just being regular weeks. Maybe you're watching a really good show on Wednesday. By the way, if you have any good shows or recommendations, leave it below in the comments. I need a good show. I need a good show to binge and just watch, so I'd love any suggestions that you have. So maybe you're discovering a new show that you really like or a movie or something like that, right? Okay, so yeah, maybe it's a show or something like that, but I'm getting something like watching something play out or, yeah, you're just observing something, soaking in information maybe. It feels kind of out of your control is my thing, though. I feel like it's kind of, I mean, unless this is a change that you've initiated, it feels kind of like something you're just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to go with this. 8 o'clock Wednesday could be important. You've got a task on Thursday. You've got the word have. You've got the dog and the lantern. So something, again, more about illumination. This makes me think of the Hermit card. It can make me think of introspection, the Hermit energy, tranquility, soul searching, guidance, wisdom. In this case, because you've got so much about like revelations and discoveries, I'm thinking of something being illuminated on Thursday. You got task and the 7 of Pentacles. So I think you're getting things done Thursday. Thursday could be a good day to kind of catch up on those different tasks that you have, even if it's little things like piled up laundry or paperwork you have to do or an appointment you have to make. It could be a good day to kind of get those things done. I'm seeing you kind of doing a little bit of like, yeah, I'm getting like work or assessment, or you're sort of analyzing something is my sense on Thursday. You're taking a close look at something, and there could be a lot to do on that day, like lots of different things to catch up on, different tasks. There could be like something to do with a dog on Thursday. If not, this usually has to do with loyalty or friendship. It could represent this person that wants to help you as well. I'm getting a lot collectively today about like realizing your potential. So I think that could also be something that's happening for you, is like realizing that there can be more. You know, there can be more out there for you. I think you've kept people at bay, or you've developed a little bit of like a protective mechanism, I guess, to like, okay, if I don't trust anyone, I can't get hurt. But there are people, again, like what the card was saying, there are people that want to help you without ulterior motives. Some people are just helpful, okay? Or they want to see you succeed. I just want to go back to that really quickly. Yeah, I don't see any hidden agenda, like it says. And I like how it said, remember that trust is a two-way street. Have faith in yourself to know what is good. So I really like that. But I'm seeing someone with good intentions. A real offer of friendship, it says. You've got the dog representing friends. So yeah, Thursday could be a day where you're really getting to know someone, or someone wants to help you, or this offer of friendship could be pretty significant that day. Friday, you've got 12 o'clock. You've got the 2 of Cups and wake up. Okay, yeah, lots about wake up calls this week, realizations. I'm hearing like an alarm. Actually, my alarm this morning was pretty abrupt. The sound I chose for it was like, it woke me up pretty intensely. So there's something about a wake up call. This was 12, it just switched to 10. You've got the 2 of Cups Friday, though. Again, this could be the same person. This offer of friendship could be you bonding with someone. This is really a partnership card. It doesn't have to be romantic. It oftentimes is, okay? So this could represent just a nice day where you're, you know, going on a date with your person, or asked out on a date, or getting to know someone romantically. But it could just be a partnership, very reciprocal relationship. I think because of what we have, that could be what it is. It could also just be saying too, like in a relationship, maybe there's someone who you're getting to know and you're sort of like worried, okay, are they going to hurt me? Or, you know, am I going to have the same thing happen that happened in the last relationship? Not necessarily. Like, go in with good faith. Again, like, it's not about putting all of your guard down or like not listening to your intuition. It's just like not assuming the worst out of everyone, right? So yeah, partnerships are highlighted on Friday. It could just be a good day for a particular relationship or getting to know someone. even things like business partnerships. And in this case, I think friendship is being brought up pretty strongly. Someone could be helping you get some things done or carry out a certain task. Could be something little, like I just got someone might need a ride somewhere or need something, help with something. So this person could be helping you with that too. On to Saturday, going into the weekend, you've got 7 of Cups, you've got the sign of Cancer, you've got the horse with the rider, and it looks like they're just taking off. It's very much like night energy. And you've got the open cage. The open cage to me is all about freedom and release, because I've got 2 cages in my charms. One has a bird in it, one doesn't. So this is about freedom, release. To me, it's like what comes after the 8 of Swords, after we've kind of processed those fears or those things keeping us stuck. So you're really like breaking free from something. Yeah, lots about freedom, because horses can represent freedom. So I'm getting freedom, momentum, release on Saturday. And you've got the 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is a card of fantasy and daydreaming and options, choices. It can be a card that comes up when we're overthinking, overanalyzing, or hesitating to make a choice. So again, trust your gut. There could be a decision to make, and I'm seeing on the Sunday, you've got the King of Swords. This could be this helpful person. This person might be very direct. Their delivery might come off as harsh sometimes. Their advice might come off as harsh. But again, they're just direct. They're very honest, very truthful, but they're not very much, it's not always like the softest delivery. But it doesn't mean their intentions aren't good. So someone could be giving you very harsh advice on the weekend, or some guidance that helps bring in this clarity. You got the World there, okay, and I like the World there too. So maybe again with the World, the 7 of Cups, the world is at your fingertips. Maybe you're discovering different things or exploring. Okay, the World can have to do with exploring. It can also have to do with a successful completion if we're thinking of like the World card. So it could be like closing off some sort of chapter on the weekend, or feeling like something is a success or is going to be a success. I'm really getting the World is your oyster in general. Just collectively this week, there's a lot about like discovering potential and not limiting yourself. So for you, it's different than group 1. For you, it's about trust. For you, it's about overcoming fears, having faith in people, not assuming the worst. I think that's more so what it's about for you. I'm seeing for you, group 2, really solid friendships and relationships and helpful people. I'm seeing that this week is going to be a bit of a turning point for you, and there could be a lot of change, a lot of revelations, a lot of realizations, some harsh realizations. This is all putting you in a good direction or helping you climb towards success. There could also be some realizations as well about things that you have to change in your life to climb towards success. There could be a little bit of some healthy self-analysis going on this week, but you're definitely like overcoming some fears, releasing some like blocks that you've kind of put on yourself. You're feeling some sort of success for sure. And some things in your life are ending or changing because they're not meant to be there for you anymore. And you're discovering so many new things. You've got 2 aces. So there's so much new out there that some things that aren't meant for you or weren't right for you in the first place are starting to fall away. But you're discovering so much more in the process. Great relationships, helpful people, a solid new friendship, what you need to do to succeed, different changes you need to make. So yeah, a pretty big week for you, group 2. I will say, let me know what ends up happening. Please come back and update me next week, and we'll see you later. Hello, group 3. If you chose the little jams, the little preserves, then this is your messages for the week ahead. Let's see what's happening over the next 7 days. What's going on? What energy is coming in? You've got celebrate mystery. So trust the journey, unexpected secrets. All right, you've got direction. So navigation, guidance, and signs on the bottom. Let's see what your tea leaves have to say. Group 3. What energy is coming in for group 3 over the next 7 days? Okay, got 2 fell out there. Mountain Road, you're on the road to success. And good advice from a wise person. Ooh, interesting. All right, group 3. Let me just look at this for a sec. We'll get your tarot as well. So here's the thing. You're really in a place right now where you're trusting the journey, even though you can't really see what's ahead and you don't know for sure, you know, what necessarily is happening. You might have, because this card talks all about like having sort of a plan or an expectation in mind, but things could go differently than you think. But the important thing is you're on the road to success. So trust yourself. But what I'm getting is to like be more open to like how things could happen. Because yeah, you might have a very clear picture or an expectation or an idea. And it could look a little bit different, right? So yeah, I think you're kind of just going with the flow this week. You're trusting the journey. You're trusting the path that you're on because you know, well, I think you're being very true to yourself. Okay, so you're on the road to success. You know that if you keep moving forward, like you're going to succeed, right? But there's still some questions, okay? There's a little bit maybe feeling, uncertain maybe. Feeling a little uncertain about different things. Things could also happen unexpectedly in the week ahead, okay? In the next 7 days, things could kind of happen unexpectedly. You've also got good advice from a wise person coming in. So someone might have some guidance for you. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Pentacles. So it could be like financial advice or something like that. Let's get your tarot cards, group 3, and see. Okay, so Monday, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. King of Cups Tuesday. Wednesday, you've got the Lovers card. Thursday, you've got the Death card. Friday, Queen of Pentacles. Saturday, 5 of Pentacles. And Sunday, the Star. Okay. And the World on the bottom. Let's get some charms. Group 3. All right. Oh, interesting. You've got yes and no, and it landed right on the side. Okay, so, and my cough will not go away. But with the Lovers card can have to do with decisions sometimes. So yeah, let's see what is going on this week for you, group 3. Let's start with reading number 12, Celebrate Mystery. Okay, let's see what it says. It says, in this dark forest, a woman walks barefooted. Her hand rests on the cheetah beside her as she moves into the deeper, darker part of the woods. She doesn't know this place, but continues on, trusting in the journey. Yeah, I think you're trusting in the journey right now. Like, you're on the road to success. I think a lot of questions or just a lot of uncertainty that you're dealing with right now, but I think you can trust your judgment, trust the path that you've chosen because you're on the road to success. It says she doesn't know this place but continues on trusting in the journey. Moths and butterflies mingle in the twilight sky. All is as it should be other than the strange bird she doesn't see. The secrets of the forest present themselves in unexpected ways. So that's this flamingo there. So something could happen this week that you just did not bargain for, like it was completely unexpected, something you wouldn't even imagine that you would see or find this week. It says, understanding where you are is not as important as heading where you are meant to be. I like that with the mountain road. Now is not the time to analyze every little piece of your life. You might lock yourself into anticipating one outcome when it's a completely different answer that arrives. A pink flamingo isn't something you actively seek, but the unexpected often delivers exactly what you need. So that's a big clue for this week. So this week, things could happen in very unexpected ways. What you think might happen could happen completely differently. I'm seeing a lot of change this week, possibly unexpected messages. Very interesting. Just looking at your charms. Okay, we'll continue reading and then I'll get into the charms. So remain open to receiving information in unusual ways. That's kind of cool with this. When you take the time to celebrate the mystery that is life, you are acknowledging your willingness to embrace the unknown. The more you say yes to whatever comes your way, the greater your reward will be. Forward movement is your best approach, even when you can't see the path. So what message am I hoping to get? Who or what is the pink flamingo in my life? And what can I stay open to, or how can I stay open to the messages coming your way? You've got the message in a bottle here too. I think things could kind of I'm getting plot twist energy this week with this and like talking about how things could happen in unexpected ways. Plot twist. And then you've got the World with you're on the road to success. So something's happening in a way that you're going to be very happy with this week or in the future. It's just not looking like how you thought, okay? So I guess don't get too caught up in, okay, this doesn't look how I thought it was going to look, so that must mean I'm not going in the right direction. I would say just trust the process this week. See how things unravel and see how things unfold naturally this week without trying to control too much of it. So yeah, now is not the time to overanalyze, and it's not time to get too stuck on one specific outcome, okay? I'm getting to tell you there's lots of different ways that this could be successful, and it might not be how you're thinking, okay? So you've got the owl this week. So this week you're getting good advice from a wise person. So there's a few cards in this deck about advice. And this one I love because it's saying it's good advice from a very wise person. So someone who's very wise, they know what they're talking about, okay? They're going to help you in some way. And this advice itself could be kind of unexpected as well. It says secrets. So someone could also be giving you kind of like a secret or a tip or some sort of guidance in sort of an unexpected way. So very mysterious week for you the next 7 days. And you're celebrating it. You're celebrating mystery. And I like how it said trust the journey, because you're really trusting the journey. You know that like if you just keep moving forward, you're going to get to where you need to be, is what I'm getting to tell you. Okay, so let's start with Monday. You've got 3 keys. You've got the moon, the book underneath. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, the fox, and the lighthouse. So this is making me think of guidance, okay? Good advice from a wise person. The fox is making me think of secrets, actually. And you've got the keys, which are making me think of multiple options. So I got the clear message, group 3, that there's multiple ways for you to get to this successful outcome. There's more than one way to succeed at this, okay? Wheel of Fortune right away is bringing in this plot twist, unexpected energy. So again, with unexpected being your keyword this week, just go into it expecting the unexpected, not having too much of like a concrete necessarily like plan or idea, just kind of going with the flow. And who knows what could happen by next week, right? You've got the world underneath the deck. So I am seeing something being a success. It's just this week's not going to look how you're picturing it now. And things could change rapidly, especially midweek. I'm seeing a lot of change. But yeah, the lighthouse is all about guidance, navigation, and even kind of what to steer clear from. Okay, so there could be a little bit of that, but even the moon being there with the fox, like there's something being revealed or something hidden, even possibly. There's mystery, there's secrets, there's lots of unknowns that you're starting the week off with, but it can be exciting too, right? The Wheel of Fortune does bring with it some unexpected and sudden change, but it's usually quite lucky with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, moving on to Tuesday, you've got the King of Cups, the locked heart. So this could have to do with someone's feelings. I'm getting, they're at the point where they want to share these feelings or be a little bit more open with the feelings that maybe were previously kept secret. This is like a diary lock and it's a heart shape. So it makes me think of secret feelings. So someone could be at the point where they're just ready to be kind of open about these feelings. I'm getting, I just got very clearly someone's sure of you. Someone is very sure of their feelings towards you. This could also be this wise person giving you some sort of emotional advice or advice that's like coming from a very good-hearted place. Someone who's very emotionally in tune and wise and compassionate and understanding. So this could be the first person. This would be someone who's very like, they've got empathy, they're very understanding, compassionate, sensitive, kind, warm, inviting. So that could certainly be who's giving you the advice. You've got the mirror here. So this is all about self-reflection. And what I thought was really cool, your reading is coming through very clearly, group 3. But yeah, you've got this one landing on yes and no. So there's a decision to be made on Wednesday, and I'm getting to not overthink it because you've got the open cage. You know the answer. You've got self-reflection. So you know the answer. Trust your gut, okay? And also you're getting this good advice from a wise person. So this advice could be coming in this day as well, Wednesday. This advice could be from an Aries or a Cancer. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. But I'm seeing you're very reflective that day, self-reflective. The Lover's card too with the King of Cups. There could be a relationship really, I guess, strengthening or a bond getting a lot stronger, okay? You're getting closer to somebody. On to Thursday, you've got the message in a bottle. So you're getting a message possibly from an Aries that day, but you've got the Death cards. Of course, this represents change. And this is not necessarily a sudden change. It's kind of like a slow change or something that's been transforming for a while. But what I like, it's like that last little thing that happens that creates a change. So there's some sort of change or transformation happening on Thursday, or this is kind of the theme. I was getting plot twist. So again, to go with our theme, expect the unexpected, and don't be discouraged. If something changes or ends on Thursday, it doesn't mean, you've gone off in a different direction or you're not on the right track. You are. It's just sometimes life will close doors for us that we're not closing. So or just things change, right? And sometimes these changes are good because they get us right where we're supposed to be. So you're celebrating the mystery, even though you don't necessarily know why things might be happening the way they are, you're still celebrating the mystery. Now, I'd love some help in the comments with this one. I understand this charm. I put it in as like seeking something out, okay, or chasing something. But if you have any alternative suggestions for the meaning of this, and by the way, these charms could be personal, like any of this could have to do, like you could be getting the keys to something on Monday or something like that, right? So feel free to read along with me. And I always add too that like some weeks are just weeks. They just feel like normal weeks. None of this has to be like too life-changing or too significant. It could just be kind of an average week, and we're just looking at the themes of the week. So we've got themes of change for sure, transformation, mystery, trusting the process for sure, trusting the journey, trusting your decisions, expecting the unexpected, help in mysterious ways and possibly unexpected ways. Someone might actually help you this week that you're like, whoa, I did not expect you to help me, or I didn't expect this advice to be so good. And look at what you have at the bottom again, direction. So navigation, guidance, and signs. So I do think you're getting some sort of guidance from this owl person, whoever this is. They're helping you. They're helping you for sure. So a message in a bottle, some sort of message coming in Thursday. Again, possibly from an Aries. On to Friday, you've got Brave, the blessing ring. It says courageous, brave, and strong. And you've got the Queen of Pentacles. This too could be this owl. This would likely be more practical advice. It would be more grounded. It would be possibly financial or something to do with the home, or even creative advice possibly. Likely something to do with finances, I would say, is the feeling I'm getting, especially because you've got the Five of Pentacles after. Someone could be, you know, seeing some sort of struggle that you're having, specifically with money, and be giving you some advice, some really practical advice, okay? So that could be who this is. This could also represent your energy, just a very abundant, resourceful energy. You've got time, so maybe making time for... Oh, what could this be? Yeah. I'm actually noticing the little jams too. Like I'm getting like a very, I don't know, cozy at home kind of vibe. Maybe you just have more time to do things that day. I don't know. Time is interesting though. Brave, blessing ring. This could be to do with the advice, kind of being brave in the face of mystery. Because it does. It takes bravery. Like I think... But that's the thing. I think even when we think we know what's going to happen or where something's going, we don't really, right? We don't actually know. We might feel very confident, but life is full of changes. So it's saying to you this week, group 3, you're on the road to success. It's just things right now feel unpredictable. They feel like you can't even predict what's happening the next day. So just take it a day at a time is what I'm getting to tell you. Be brave. Saturday or Friday around 2 could be pretty relevant. You've got the bag of money with the Five of Pentacles, which I actually think is pretty important because the Five of Pentacles, like this is a card of struggle and lack. They've been traveling for who knows how long, you know, struggling with something, and then you've got this bag of money, okay? So this bag of money could represent some sort of financial windfall of some kind. It could represent a potential or opportunity. It could represent assistance or help. I often think of assistance with the Five of Pentacles just because they've traveled all night clearly and they've just arrived at what looks to be a church. Usually it's depicted as a church. So to me, that represents hope and assistance. It says there's new hope for projects you had almost given up on. So something you had really almost kind of thought, okay, this isn't working. This is where the twist might be, okay? Something could actually work. Something could actually happen. Or I just got like almost be revived in a way, an idea that you had, a project that you were working on, a goal that you had. It's like suddenly you're like, yes, okay. So it's almost like maybe even revisiting something possibly. So there's new hope for projects you'd almost given up on. I love that too with the star because you've got the funnel, which can indicate frustration. Something frustrating or that has been frustrating actually might have, again, like new, because you've got the Ace of Wands essentially. So like a new idea or new inspiration. You've got the star. So again, inspiring energy, hopeful energy, healing. I love to close off the week with the star. I think is beautiful because it's very healing, very hopeful. You know, navigation. It can have to do with this card here, navigation and guidance and signs. You could be receiving some pretty helpful guidance on Sunday. a great idea or something like this. This could be someone with the sign of Cancer, something to celebrate maybe, or a nice dinner or something happening on Sunday. And you've got, this is all about following your intuition, going inward, listening to your intuition. The shell. Yeah, group 3, yours came through very direct. That's what's happening this week, okay? So trust the process, trust the journey, trust your decisions. Things are going to happen in very unpredictable ways this week. Life has some plot twists for you. You may be feeling a little bit indecisive about different things. So just trust the process, trust this guidance that you might be getting. Okay, this person does know what they're talking about. You're on the road to success, even if you feel like you've taken a detour or you feel like you've pulled off to the side of the road for a bit. You're still on the road to success. The dips and the waves, the ebbs and flows are not an indication of you being a failure. It's just part of the journey, okay? So stick with it. You're on the road to success. You're going to get there. Be open to advice this week and guidance. Be open to the unexpected ways that things could happen. And yeah, I think it could be a really good week for you, group 3. So we will see you later.